Welcome, everyone, and glad to have you with us from Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. Cocky and all of his friends ready to go and amped up for what we have in store. What we have in store for you today, a clash between a couple of SEC teams that could have season-long ramifications. As we'll see, the Oklahoma Sooners taking on the 12th-ranked team in the land, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Sooners will boot it away to start the game. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So South Carolina's offense takes the field to start this game off. And there he is. When you build a tight end, you'd build one just like this, especially with those reliable mitts, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, he makes big plays in big games. Watch for him on third down in the red zone. He has a chance to leave an impact in this game.
Well, it's so nice to have such a big body that when he's covered, he's open, right? Like, it doesn't matter because he's got great hands and that big frame he can really utilize.
At the 35, he's open. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Well, we talk a lot about quarterbacks having to make the right decisions in the pass game, reading coverages, etc., etc. But how about in the run game as well? On these zone reads, on RPO-type plays are the option. Knowing when to keep the football and making that decision quickly. You saw a great example of it by the QB there.
He's finally brought down, but that freshman found some running room. The Gamecocks will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Hand off from the shotgun.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Got it in the middle, it's Allen. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And they decide to trot out the kicker. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal. You knock it through the uprights. You've got the lead. Everything right now looking good.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Oklahoma Sooners offense has its first opportunity of the day. And these two electrifying runners can put on a show, guys.
Well, we always talk about the importance of tackling on defense, never more so than it came like this. When you've got 2 studs in the backfield that can make people look silly, you better bring hats to the football.
Yeah, and you think there'll be a lot of carries today? When you got running backs like this that you can feature, you're going to see them get the football a lot, early and often.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Finds his back in the middle. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Get it out on the screen. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Now the play fake. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and they can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
The Sooners will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He can't make the catch, had it right in his hands, and it'll be 4th down. The Gamecocks line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. Offense getting set for first down. On the run, it's Banks. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. And the Sooners want to crank the tempo. The give to the tailback. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call. The Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Makes the quick grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Picked off. He'll try to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Most defenses are lucky if you have one good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have 2. They've got 3 DBs, 3 corners that can play at the same time in their nickel package that they feel can go mano-a-mano with anyone in the country. And you saw it on that last play coming away with the pick. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work.
After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this is a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Finds a spot in the middle. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. There to stop him after a pickup of 3. It's down to the 15. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. From the gun, the ground game. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Finds his big tight end. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. It is perfect. And guys, after that field goal, brand new ball game, all tied up. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Clemson is down right now, but I'm not convinced this team doesn't have a C.J. Spiller-like big play in them. Any change in momentum, and this is a brand new game. They're trailing by just 4 to Cal. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Power football with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go right back to him. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. They'll try to power their way ahead. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the 2nd quarter. The give to the back. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Right back to it. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? From the gun, wants to pass. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Gamecocks send out the punt unit. He's got it. Makes a move. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Sooners moving quickly to the line. Looking for room. It's Banks. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Wants to throw on third. Grabbed behind the line. It's Banks. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Finds his man and they convert. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage before he was stopped, but using the running back in the short passing game gives him a first down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. He wants to throw. Gets it out fast. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Running the red zone, it's Banks. The Sooners have enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. They knock him down right there. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give to the back. Pulled down after a pickup of 5. They'll mark it at the 8. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He caught it into the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they knock through the extra point for the 10-3 lead. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets a block. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. Got it in the middle, it's Allen. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. They'll try the run. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. They have it at the 43, third and short, trying to avoid making a decision on fourth down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Using the quick game. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. New set of downs after that completion. To the ground with the back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Fast motion from the offense. The play action fake. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone. He's looking to throw it. Fires into the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll put the tight end in motion. Quarterback on the keeper. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Nice job by the quarterback finding the big fella in the end zone. He's going to find a hole. He's going to find an opening. That guy's, you got to trust him, and I'm going to throw it up and let him make a play like he did right there.
The AT unit on the field. Splits those uprights right in half. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Off play action. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Really nice job threading the needle on that pass. They've had a lot of dudes that were able to do that in Norman, Oklahoma. Josh Heupel, Jason White, Sam Bradford, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts. The names go on and on and on.
Lost one deep down the right side. A full dive to haul that one in. And the Sooners want to pick up the tempo. Out of the gun to give to the back. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Reads it, fires complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He'll pitch it. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. He's looking to pass. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Georgia was like a 65-man mute button. They went on the road and silenced one of the most vocal crowds in football. And it's clear this Dogs team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. Sure happened today. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And he's running in the open. He's at the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
Ready to try the point after. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. It's complete on the right side. And he'll be marked down right there, still short of the first down. On second down, he's looking downfield. That pass is incomplete. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. The Sooners getting set on 1st and 10. They're going to throw it again. Wide open downfield. He's loose. Touchdown Sooners! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes courtesy of an explosive play in the passing game from 60 yards out. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Catch in the middle, it's Allen. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. He's got it. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He's going to pass. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? 4 wide out set, 3 of them to the left on 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row. The Gamecocks will call on their punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. Wants to return it. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. After the 1st down completion, it's 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, it is hard to beat Columbia when that town is buzzing as it is today. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the corner of George Rogers Boulevard and Bluff Road Williams-Brice Stadium.
And the Gamecocks will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll bring it back. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
That's the way you answer your halftime speech. You gave up a lot of points in that first half. What did the defense do? The first possession, you set the tone in the second half. Get the big stop, get the big sack. Really nice answer by this defense.
And the Sooners will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. He'll do it himself.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. The Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Movement here from the tight end. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. They want to get this defense on its heels. On the run, it's Banks. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. They'll try to run for it. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. The Sooners decide to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Hauls it in, looking for space. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Allen. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. And the Gamecocks are in the hurry-up.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are in zone coverage. And just a really nice job by the QB locating his guy and making an accurate throw.
This offense has a second down play. From the gun, the running back has it. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. The Gamecocks are flying down the field. He'll keep it himself. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. A first down run in the red zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Defense trying to come up with a stop on second and goal. Trying to pound it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, South Carolina.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
Getting set for the point after. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he's going to try to return this one. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. He'll start this drive firing. He's got his man. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. They go to the draw. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Got his man. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Safe completion on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
He's got the tight end, and he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. The Sooners want to move quickly. He wants to throw it again. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. They bring the punter onto the field now. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. The run from the shotgun. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Fires one high and deep. Snatches it on the right. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. Now on third down for this offense. Zings it complete to the right. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. And this offense can just about taste taking the lead in the fourth quarter, but you do want to be touchdown Gamecocks. And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Arkansas was far from the friendly confines of Fayetteville, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. First down for this offense. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Motion from the offense. They'll run it from the gun. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. They'll run play action. He'll take a shot. And he's got it! Touchdown Gamecocks! That score pushes us out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
And the Sooners headed quickly to the line.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
He's looking to throw. They'll run the screen. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. The Sooners are moving quickly down the field.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
Offense gets set for second down. He'll pull it on the read. Open space at the 25. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it from the red zone. Got his man on the right. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. And the Sooners trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Makes the grab. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. See if they can get it done on second and goal. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll try to pass it in on third and goal. Working the middle, it's complete. And the defense drags him down. A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on fourth down. Buys a little time. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they take it in for 6 more points. Before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now, I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different-looking team than what we saw earlier.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. He has 89 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Got his man quickly. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. He finds his man. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. 3rd and inches coming, maybe the biggest play of the game. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And the Gamecocks get it past the sticks. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Working the middle. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. The give out of the gun. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. No, what a move! And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle for a solid pickup. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the 4th, and the brain trust will go to work. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.